in that book, The Late Great Planet Earth, if you bought into that, well, 1948, okay, this is the moment, Israel's a nation. What was the rapture? What was he describing in that book?
The rapture was, the position of the rapture is that this starts getting a little more complicated, but the rapture would be that the church,
so Christians,
believers in Christ,
okay,
would be taken off the earth,
okay,
and everyone else would be left behind. That's where you get the Left Behind in the Left Behind series. And so the Left Behind series is about what takes place after the rapture and deals with the people who are left behind.
Okay. So you don't even get the Left Behind series in one sense unless you have Late Great Planet Earth informing people of this view.
Right. And it wasn't just Lindsay who was doing this.
Right. But popular culture, you've got to say how Lindsay has a big part in this.
He did, yeah. Because the book was written in very popular style. It was easy to read. It was sensationalistic, of course. It pulled in current events, Soviet Union. The positive side of the eschatology of that was, while the world was going to go to hell in a handbasket, once the Antichrist came on, we're going to be raptured out of this. We're going to be taken to heaven, and we're not going to go through the tribulation. The
world is coming to an end by 1988.
Yes.
And if you're not saved by 1988, you're going to hell.
Yeah, and that was a great evangelistic deal, but it also had cultural effects.
There clearly was an evangelical explosion, an evangelistic explosion, because if you think it's coming to an end soon, did you experience people being really on fire in such a way that we got to get people saved before the end?
That was probably going on. I know there was this Jesus movement out in California. I was just trying to get my life together. Okay. I wasn't really. That was not really an issue for me at that time. I was playing catch up. I became a Christian, and I had a lot of catching up to do. I ended up going to. I graduated in '73, became a Christian in '73. I ended up going to seminary in '74. It's not something I would recommend to people, but I felt I needed a dose of whatever.
So you've got Late Great Planet Earth out there. 1948, Israel's a nation. This is the countdown. World's going to end in 1988.
Well, not so much the world is going to end, but the next big eschatological event is going to take place. A big eschatological event is going to take place.
Is that the rapture?
That's the rapture.
Okay, so they believe within a generation, and this is important. Everyone seemed to agree at that point that a generation was 40 years.
Yes.
40 is a big biblical number.
40 years in the wilderness, Jesus 40 days. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah. Right. So when we see these things, 40 usually is some form of
testing period, purification period. But in the case of Israel becoming a nation again, I'm not real sure how that fit in, but it was a big deal that 40 years was, and Lindsay spelled that out, and there were others who did the 40-year deal as well. So it wasn't unique to Lindsay. And Lindsay had gotten it from one of his seminary professors, Merrill Unger. So this wasn't something he developed. This was the common way of reading the Bible in late 20th century.